Hello, greetings. I wanted to come and say hello and wish you a good Wesak for this full moon. This full moon in Scorpio, very deep, powerful energies. There will be anchors through the sun in Taurus, and it is the celebration of Wesak, which is the celebration. It's a historical celebration of that celebrates the birth of the Buddha, the day of his illumination, and the day he chose to let go of his physical body, to retire into the nirvana. And so for a very long time, Buddhists always gather together in the valley of Wesak in Nepal, but it is everywhere in the world, and it is a very powerful time. We start the celebration one day before, which is today, tomorrow, and the next day. In essence, those 3 days will be the great celebration. I'm going to fast for 3 days. I'm going to eat tonight, but only vegetarian. If you want to celebrate those festivities, it's better to stay away from animal product and to treat animal well, and not to cut trees, to be in a respectful mode in relationship to all of nature. But since the beginning of the new age, the age of Aquarius in 2012, the Christ and the Buddha have come to unify the energies. It is the time when the Buddha used to come to bless the world every year, to check on the progress of humanity and bless the world. But the Christ has been joining his energy, so it is about the unification of Western spirituality and Eastern spirituality that combine. It is also the North and the South that are being combined, the condor and the eagle that fly together. So there is a great deal of unification. It is very powerful this year. And so I hope you will enjoy this moon. For there is a possibility of great abundance. Spirit was talking to me about Nesara and Gesara. They've been announcing that for such a long time, so I wouldn't pay it on the internet, but I wouldn't pay too much attention. But now it is my own spirit that was talking about this. It's like prosperity package that will be given to all light workers, and so it is. We really need it. For me, it's like I really don't know. I have to live on faith, because right now it's like my situation is really dire straight, and it's like I cannot pay my bills with my art, and so it's like really difficult. But I have to have faith and trust and live one moment at the time. We have to understand that all ascended masters and angels are not and guides are not living in clouds, and they live in physical planes, and they live in physical cities, which is the cities of light, which is invisible cities that would be in the clouds, but they're physical, and they will eventually come down, or they live in the inner earth, or they live in the ships. And so you create this connection, and you utilize this time of peace. Whenever peace comes, you're at peace. You create this connection and you assist the world in creating this collective energy field. For in quantum realities, in fifth dimensional, at 0 point, there is no time, there is no space. So you can contact to any point in time, at any place, and any point in time. You don't need to be in Nepal in order to celebrate Wesak. You just connect to the flow of energy, and it is there. And you can connect to Wesak at the time of the Buddha if you want to. For there is really no obstacle in the fifth dimension in relationship to time and space. I want to say you can use also another master that is in a system that came to me yesterday. I've been working with him for many years. The Lord of Light. His name is Metatron. He's the author of the Keys of Enoch. Does many things, but it's very powerful, very beautiful energy, and you can call on him to create this metatronic egg around you, and so you can stand within the egg. It is a very powerful protection. When you do your meditation, it clears up so many things, and you find more togetherness. Whenever there is a negative thought or an ego desires, the egg dissolves, and then you have to recall it, to re-establish it. But for now, there is a rebirth, a renaissance, and the labor pains are difficult. It is important to do what we can to stay optimistic. And because when there is discouragement or blockages, spirits always comes in to pick up the pieces. For I see it sometimes. It's like I feel sometimes I'm like, it's like I know my life on the upper planes, and I see the condition of my life here. It's like the quality of my life up there is so much better than the quality of my life down here. But I have to be patient. Spirits was talking about freedom and joy that may be coming. So in a sense, I have to trust that. So whenever we feel like this despair, or we feel hopeless, it's because our inner child is wounded. There's fear blockages or wounds. To let your inner child know, to give it a hug, and to let him know there is always hope. And the growth is happening, even when there is stagnation, growth is still happening. For there will be great joy and to find peace after such a period, or even lifetimes of struggle and bondage. And so Spirit was saying we're very close to the finishing line, but so it is coming. We have those those alarms that are going. So we want to be a freedom fighter, but it's a peaceful warrior. We want to be a peaceful warrior. It is important to defend freedom and to. I'm going to pull a few cards. For the highest wisdom, there is nothing better than home. So it's about finding where we belong. It's about finding the right place to dwell, to feel good at home, and understanding that. What we need to understand is yang. It's action. It's how to act. We need to act. It is important to know what is the right action, and the Buddha was like this, the 8 ways of rectitude. The Buddha is always aligning itself with those supreme understandings. Buddhism is not really a religion per se. It is more a philosophy, a dharma. You follow the law. You follow the law. The law, and you avoid. There is the dharma and the karma. So it's like by following the law, you let go of the karma. When you follow the dharma. What we need to do is not for you. We have to know what is not right for us. Sometimes we have to let go of certain things and to allow time to embrace our destiny. We have to be within the now, in the acceptance, and to allow those things that are not given to us to know that they will come in the right time, or if they're not for us, they will go away. And the outcome is trust, is to be in trust, to be in total trust, to be in total acceptance, to be in total receptivity, to have trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in God. And so I wanted to talk about a little book that's really, I don't know if you probably find it in audiobook in English. It's a French book, but it's on YouTube. It's about only 1 hour, so it's not very long, and it's called the Discourse on Voluntary Servitude. It's by Etienne de la Boétie in 1576, so it's quite old, but it's about discussing all the forms of tyrannies and how to free ourselves from that. Spirit was talking about that. I listened to it yesterday. Understanding throughout all our incarnation, our past is we've been having light and dark incarnations, and we've not only been all pure, and we have explored the whole range of experience. For in truth, there is only God here, and God is the theater, is the director, is the executive, is the producer of the show. But He also writes all the script, and is the actor, the actress, is the critic, is the spectator, is every role is being played, and so if we can let go of our ego, the ego will resist. The ego wants to fight and feel sorry for itself or dominate, but if we can let go and become contemplative, God can show us a different picture of what life is about. So it's about. Because we had incarnation, we came to learn about the power of unconscious power, and then there was also a time where we had incarnation to defend freedom. We explored in truth everything. We've been everything. We've tried everything. Now it is we have to let go about our own judgment and to adapt our conscience, our teachings, and our truth each and every day. It was so funny, I forgot to say in the French video, but just as a joke, I saw that on Instagram. I thought it was pretty funny. There was somebody that was saying to wear a mask in your car when you're alone, or at home when you're alone, it's like wearing a preservative in your bed when you're alone. It's like completely, because we are in France, we have all those things about the wearing masks. So. But the mask will soon drop, so there is going to be a great deal of change that will be coming. So it's about being prepared. I'm fasting right now, so it's not easy. But for 3 days, I decided to fast, and maybe I'll eat at vegetarians tonight for 3 days. I'm going to stick to vegetarian regimen. I'm going to see if I can do it. I'm not really good at it, but I think it might do me good. And for 2 weeks, these energies of Wesak will be anchored into the world. So I hope you enjoy it, to take the most of it, being in a receptive mode, to utilize this power of this all the powers of the subconscious has been shown by this moon in Scorpio, and is anchoring into the sun in Taurus, and there is the square between Uranus, between Neptune, which is the divine love, and Venus, which is the earthly love that is happening. So we can find this balance and this unconditional love. Here it is a painting of the symbolization of the ascension from the ego to the soul, to the great I am. So it's somewhat of a Buddhist painting. That's what I put it here, and this is the first painting I did in France in 2001 when I arrived. It's about the 7 families of spirit beings. It's spirit was telling, my inner spirit, my guides were telling me that the more I do of those subjects, the better at the end, because they're all very different. But those are very important for even if I do hope that I will find a clientele that will allow me to live a normal life in this lifetime. But sometimes I'm on Instagram and I see the paintings of Vincent van Gogh from the Van Gogh Museum, for instance, and I look at it. It's so beautiful. How can nobody they didn't see that during his lifetime? They didn't want it. But it's like they're so beautiful, and it's like why would people not we'll see what happened, but in the event we as an artist we create, we do what we can. So I'm gonna sing a song that was a bit of my mood yesterday. It's a song that reflected my mood. So it's an interesting song. It's contrasted. It goes like this. Na 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 na. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I see lines of car and they all painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back. I see people turn their head and quickly look away, like a newborn baby just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black. Maybe then I'll fade away and not having to face the fact. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. No more will my green seagulls turn a deeper blue. I could not forcing this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough and unto the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I wanna see it painted black, black as a night, black as coal. I wanna see the sun blotted out of the sky. I wanna see it painted black, yay! La 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 la. La 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 la. That's a song of the Rolling Stones. So when musicians, when they're depressed, they make a song, it becomes a world hit. It's like, so they can utilize, they see the good in all things. But anyway, it's like hopefully everything will lighten up and the door will open, something. And for now, I'm just going to meditate, do some meditation to jump into the sea, or put a final card, jump into the sea and to seek to return to source. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you for everything. I'll talk to you later. Namaste.